Hey folks, it's Bill from Little White Dory, and it is Tuesday, June 1st, I think it is. Yep, June 1st. And behind me is I'm going to swing around and I'll talk from here. This is the flatbed wagon here that I have next to I call it my veggie wagon because I'll sell veggies off it this summer. And as I'm walking around here, I'm kind of taking a look and, trying to figure out what's looking good and what's not. Everything in here is looking pretty good, especially liking the ones in the back there, the black beauties. I've got all these heirlooms. There's cherries over here, homestead. Let's swing it around again. And then I have still a couple more trays of, various different things. Nothing too important to me. And then the last thing I have is, I'll just take a quick walk out, is the package. Is this wagon, the big red wagon I call it, even though it's not all that red. And everything in here, this is a $2 plant. I'm going to hold this up. Let's see, where can I put it that it would make, I don't know. I'll put it next to the tire. Give you an idea of the size. But there, how's that seem? Not bad for $2, right? Basically, they start out small, and they grow. So if it's in a red pot and growing well, all of these are out of control, doing really well. They're loving the weather today. Yeah, that's it right there. That's all of them. And I'm kind of on the fence about what I want to do with respects to potting up anymore, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to sell any more than I would pot up, not without, having to put efforts into advertising maybe. I don't know. Most of the customers I had this year were coming back from last year. Last year I did make a little more of an effort to advertise, but I didn't want to because I don't want to draw too much attention. And I don't know. I think it's going to be another 2-3 weeks before people are really done with their buying of plants. So in a couple of weeks, I'll know more. I figure by mid-June, maybe June 15th, I'll probably drop everything to 50% off. If not, maybe 25% off sometime before that. But just putting that sign out front hopefully would be enough to get people to think, oh, 25% off. Well, that's great. I don't know. It's just the marketing concept on this stuff is ridiculous because it makes no sense. The more I try to give away stuff, people want to pay me more. So I try to give away more. Works well. So I'm going to flip the video around. I have to stop this because my camera is not sophisticated enough to do this on the fly. So hold on. There we go. And now that I have it this way, I can walk around and show you some more of the details of the stuff that I have. And maybe some about the different varieties. I did quite a few different heirloom varieties this year. And I don't think any one particular one is doing any better than any other. As I reach down, I can grab a plant here. That's actually 2 plants, right? So you got 2 of them in there. It's called a marglobe. A mushroom basket. And this is a big, beefsteak sized heirloom that really does well. I had tremendous tomatoes from them last year, so that's why I put them back in. I've got one. This one's called actually this is not going to support itself too well. I had that put there and hold it up a little. This one's called a bodacious, and it's a hybrid. It's supposed to have a nice big meaty tomato, beefsteak sized. So I think I have a few of those in the ground. Oh, here's another one, the homestead. This was a really awesome, good-sized slicing tomato. I got a bunch of them in the ground. I got everything, I think, in the ground. If not, before I dump anything, I'll make sure I have everything that I, still have. Some of them are getting a little bit out of control, as you can see here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to separate this one. There we go. All right, so it's fallen over. It's going sideways. And, there'll be somebody that'll say, oh, I'll take that one. So I'll leave it there. I'm going to push this one that way. Put that there. And that looks even better that way. In here, I'm looking at these. They look like they could be getting a little more nutrients. I haven't given them any kind of decent fertilizer, nothing high test anyway. But, you know, as I look down in here, I look at the stem and I think, wow, that's a nice stem. That's a plant that's going to do really, really well. And that's a $4 plant. So I just keep looking in. Sometimes I go, holy cow, these things look awesome. They're just doing well. What is this? Another mushroom basket. All kinds of different things in here. I just have to find them. That's my biggest issue, is locating the ones I want when I want them. There's all kinds of stuff in here. And then I've got a few of everything growing out here. I even have some Cajun cucumbers starting up. I'll zoom in on them. Ooh. They go all the way down there. That is a dash or two from my Cajun hydroponics friend Danny in South Louisiana, boy. We got 4 more of them growing in this one here. All right, so we got, I thought that might have been another one coming up, but I think it's just a leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're hoping that these will grow out onto this fencing here. Head down this way toward the tomatoes. I don't know. Oh, yeah, by the way, first red tomato. Had that yesterday, so I can say I had my first tomato in, here's my camera lens. I always got to look and see where it is so I can see whether you can see what I see. There we go. 1 red tomato. Not a big one, but we'll take it. Looks like everything over here, zoom in a little bit. All of the ones that were planted here look like they've taken. Literally, I don't think even one of them failed. There's some, Gumbo, hey. There's some that are a little better conditioned than the others. Like this one here, when it gets longer. Gumbo, come on, man. What's the matter? It's just people playing, all right? I know you're jealous. You good? Okay, good. Probably not. He hears kids. So the rest of these all took. You know, as they get a little bigger, I'll support them and attach them to this cattle panel. Come on, Gumbo, shush. Hey. Oh, he's crazy. Gumbo, hey. So I believe, if I'm looking over here, these garlic in here, I believe are my elephant garlic. They're the big ones. And they do grow a big plant, and they do grow a big scape. And as I reach down in here, I'm looking, it's probably one right into my nose, I don't see it, but I see some of them down in there. They haven't curled yet. They're still just starting because they're much bigger. But in here, you'll see that the leaves on these are starting to yellow. And I know I mentioned it in another video, but if I look in here, I gotta find one first of all. Yeah, right there. There we go. You can see it. I'm kind of zooming in on it. Comes out to the tip on the bottom right there, and then it goes in. But you see, it's like a round stem. That's a scape, garlic scape, and there's lots of them in here. Each one of these will have one. I think that's a safe assumption that they'll all have one. There's another right here. Okay. As I look further back, you know, I don't see them so easily. It's one of these things that they camouflage in really well. And then sometimes, like I think right over here, I'm seeing one. What are we looking at here? I'm trying to figure out where this is. That's over here, down a little bit. There it is. This one you can see is not curled yet. It's sort of straight. So when they're straight, they blend in very, very well with all the blades of the garlic leaves. I have another set of tomato plants back here. It's a little crowded, but I'm hopefully going to be able to manage them. We'll see. More than likely they'll just collapse in on top of each other, and I'll just pull out whatever I can get, and there'll be a lot. We've got our roses coming back. Every year they come back by the chicken coop. There's one there. There's another one here. And I love that. It's like I chop them away for the winter when I put the plexiglass up, and they come back in the spring. Chickens are eating away at the asparagus stalks. I think I need to do what I did, which is to cut the big stalks off to promote the bottom ones from come up. Now, again, in here, we've got a lot of strawberries. You can see a few of them here. I did this so I could get to the strawberries, but they were also crowding out the garlic over here. So, did a little trimming, a little pruning, and we'll have to get back to that soon. Alrighty, folks, I think that's about as much as I got here for updates. I'll say the last thing I did was I had to make another gumbo-proof section, paddock, corral, kennel, call it what you want. I put up more cattle panel, running it from the side of the shed here. You can see it goes whoop and heads all the way down. And what we did was I now have this section, which is, I don't know, about 15 feet wide, I suppose, and about 75 feet long, that I can keep Gumbo out. He was destroying this, and he was getting into the gardens back there. So I put up this cattle panel fence, and we just have the one gate for now to get in here that we can use to, I'm going to probably be able to use to put, if I, next year or whenever I should decide to have more potted up flowers or something like that, I'll be able to put them on the ground back here, and Gumbo won't be able to get to them. So that's one little change that we made. Now, I was going to say goodbye, so I brought you back in for a few seconds and just wanted to let you know we're finally dried out a little. We had a very wet Memorial Day weekend, and hopefully it'll be nice weather from here out. All right, and there's the Gumbo barking at the moon, and he doesn't know what he's doing. What's the matter, Gumbo? Huh? Oh, he's going to run. This is cute. Watch what he does. Oh, he stopped. He runs to he's got a storage box that he can jump up on so he can see over the fence. So he's very frustrated because he hears voices on the other side of this fence. Doesn't know what to do about it, except bark. And it's his form of exercise. He just runs from the front of the yard to the back of the yard. Alrighty, folks, that's it. We're going to go on that crazy note. Here he comes. Come on, Gumbo. Come on, Gumbo. Come on, Gumbo. Come here, Gumbo. Come on, Gumbo. Here he comes. Let's not crash. All right, Gumbo. All right. Okay. That's how it is? All right. Say goodbye.